Hi, my name is Adrian O'Hanlon and welcome to my page, Exam Heroes. Here I've added a number of videos on politics and society and on business for the Leaving Certificate. Subscribe here to ensure that you don't miss out on any added content and that you keep up to date with all of the resources. Best of luck in your studies and good luck in your exams. Hello, this is Leaving Certificate Business, Ordinary Level, and the topic is the consumer. So what is a consumer? Well, a consumer is someone who buys a good or a service for their own use and not for resale. So for example, a retailer would purchase a good or service and then resell it, but a consumer will use it for their own use or own consumption. So the act that you're commonly asked to refer to is the Sale of Goods and Supply Services Act 1980. The first thing is goods must be of merchantable quality. This means reasonable quality or reasonable standard. If you look at this image, for example, you can see 4 apples. 3 of them are of merchantable quality, but you can guess which one isn't. Next thing is that goods must be fit for purpose. Do what they're supposed to do. In this example, you see a lawnmower, it's cutting the grass. That's what it's supposed to do. But if, for example, you bought a freezer and it didn't freeze your goods, then it's not fit for purpose.
If you've got wood to stain and you want it to dry quickly, use Ronseal Quick Dry and Wood Stain. It does exactly what it says on the tin.
The Sale of Goods and Supply of Services Act 1980 also says that goods must be as described by a salesperson or on a brochure. For example, in this menu here, you can see that the products aren't as described in real life as they are on the menu. But this isn't always very clear cut. Sometimes the customer and the business owner can have a disagreement on this, and it can be a difference of opinion.
I asked for a room with a view.
Deaf, mad and blind. This is the view as far as I can remember, madam. Yes, this is it.
When I pay for a view, I expect something more interesting than that.
That is Torquay, madam.
But it's not good enough.
Well, may I ask what you were expecting to see out of a Torquay hotel bedroom window? Sydney Opera House, perhaps? The hanging gardens of Babylon? Herds of wildebeest sweeping majestically?
Don't be silly. I expect to be able to see the sea.
If something goes wrong and your goods or service is not of merchantable quality, not fit for purpose, or not as described, then you are entitled to a remedy, or what sometimes is called a redress. There are a repair, replace, or refund.
Okay, all day, every day, as consumers, we enter into contracts. If you buy a bottle of water, you're entering into a contract with a retailer. What happens if something is faulty? Well, you have a specific protection in what is the Sale of Goods and Supply of Services Act of 1980. And that dictates that anything you purchase must be of good quality, it's described as merchantable quality, must be fit for the purpose that you intended it to be, and it must be as it was described. So, let's say you purchase a shirt. And it's a long sleeve shirt, but you find that when you get it home, it's not what it said on the package, it's a short sleeve shirt. You are therefore, it's not as it was described, and it's not fit for the purpose you intended it. The quality may be okay, but you're entitled to bring it back. And what are your entitlements? Either of 3, a refund, a replacement, or a repair.
Often if you go to return a good, you'll be asked for proof of purchase. This can be a credit or debit card statement, a receipt, either a paper one or online. For example, Lifestyle Sports will give you an online receipt now, as many other retailers will follow. A bank or a PayPal statement, if you've paid for this in any way.
There's always a problem in relation to proof of purchase, but it's no more than that. A receipt is not all you can have, it's just proof of purchase. So if you purchase something using your Visa card or your old laser card or your credit card, these will show up in either your bank statement or your credit card statement, so you can show that you purchased that product from that retailer. Now, there may be a time where you don't do that, you've paid in cash and you've lost the receipt. Under those circumstances, we recommend generally that you contact the manufacturer Or if the manufacturer is in another company, then ask in the store where you purchased it how you get in touch with their buyer, because the buyer should be able to help you and track roughly when that product came in. And most importantly, we have barcodes these days, and you can figure out who sold it to you. It may take a few days, but you'll find out.
Under the Sale of Goods and Supply Services Act 1980, goods sold based on a sample must conform to the sample when delivered. So, for example, if you went into a carpet store in Limerick and you saw a sample of a brown carpet and you ordered that, and when it was delivered it was charcoal black, that doesn't conform to the sample, so then you will be entitled to redress. Under the Act as well, the retailer is responsible for dealing with faulty products, not the manufacturer. So your contract is with the organisation you buy it from. For example, myself, I had a dispute before where I bought an Apple iPhone from a store in Limerick, and they told me to go back to Apple, and I said no, my contract is with the person who sells me the phone. Under the Sale of Goods and Supply Services Act 1980, service providers are included. They must be properly qualified, and any materials they use must be of merchantable quality. So for example, if you have an electrician or a carpenter, they have to be qualified first, and any material they use must be of merchantable quality. So for example, if a carpenter is putting hanging doors in your house, the woods that is used can't be rotten, it must be merchantable quality. The next second piece of legislation you deal with is called the Consumer Protection Act 2007. Easy way to remember this is that basically everything in Leaving Cert business under the consumer is covered by the Sale of Goods and Supply Services Act 1980. Anything with the word false or misleading refers to the Consumer Protection Act 2007, and this is everything we have here on this page. It refers to false or misleading descriptions, false or misleading advertising, false or misleading price information. See on the right hand side we have some misleading descriptions, as well as misleading advertising, and misleading price then would be if you took out a contract for broadband and the contract you signed or the ad you saw was €22 a month, but when you go to pay your bill then you look it's €26 a month. That's misleading. Shop signs that deny consumers their rights are illegal. This is under the Sale of Goods and Supply Services Act 1980. So a shop that says no refunds, credits or exchanges, this is against the law except in the exception where something is clearly on sale or is clearly damaged, and they've said, well, because this shirt is torn here at the collar, there's €20 off it. In that case then they can say that there are no refunds available for this because they've clearly said the reason why, that well, it's not a merchantable quality, and for that reason the price is reduced. So if you make a complaint to the shop and you don't get any, you don't get a positive outcome, well, you can take your case to the small claims court. In the exam, this question comes up a lot. What are the advantages? Well, it provides a quick solution. So you can have claims up to €2,000. It's cheap. The cost of submitting a claim is €25. There's no solicitors involved, therefore it's cheap again. It's also fast. You get unbiased and fair judgment, which you'd expect in any court, and it's very accessible. You can have an online application. So here I've added at the end of the video just a few past paper questions. You can see here all the information that is asked is available on this video. So this is why this video is very important. Again, all of these questions are available on this video, so make sure you look at this video several times.